I'm Carl from Gizzigig. You fell out playing in pubs for peanuts. Would you prefer a willing wedding crowd where you finish at a reasonable hour and you drive home with the guts of a week's wages in your pocket? If the answer is yes, then keep watching. To crack the wedding market, there's a couple of fundamentals that need to be embraced. The first is you're running a business. This means treating what you do and how you do it with a business attitude. The second thing is you need to invest. You have to put in the time, effort and money, and you have to do so on an ongoing basis. You can't offer all things to all people, so decide from the start what it is you're going to be. If you're just another wedding band, it's very difficult to stand out from the competition and get noticed. Figure out what your strong points are and what makes you unique and play to those strengths. So first off, choose your genre. Select genres that you know you can deliver to a high standard and that you enjoy performing. If you can offer something a little bit niche, all the better. What's your performance style? As performers, we don't tend to dwell on our performance style that often, but we should. Let potential bookers know what to expect when they book you. Tell them whether you're all about filling the floor or interacting with the audience for plenty of banter and crack, or whether you're more laid back where the music does the talking. You need to choose a look. When selecting a look, ask yourself, does it match the music genres we play, and does it match the performance style? And does it set you aside from the competition and give you a professional appearance? Remember, people judge a book by its cover, so your look is nearly as important as the music that you perform. Set your price. So setting your price can be difficult because if you're too low, you'll get the gigs, but you get a reputation for being cheap, which is very difficult to shift. If you're too high, you simply won't get the gigs. So your pricing initially will depend on what you're playing. If your set consists of the usual stuff, you'll have lots of competition from other acts, but this will limit you to how much you can actually charge. And although professional look and attitude will help, there's always going to be a ceiling on the fee that you can charge when you're playing pretty much what everybody else is playing. On the other hand, if your act is niche appeal, there's much less competition from other acts and you can charge a higher price. You know, you might be the best act on the planet, but if nobody knows about you, you're not going to get any gigs. So you need to get your name out there and spread it around. Start this by getting online. You need a platform where you can wow potential bookers with your videos, biography and professionalism. Be it a website, social media page or a profile on gizzigig.com. If you're not online, you're dead before you even start. Also consider doing showcase gigs. So team up with a popular wedding venue and run showcase gigs. If you're offering to provide them with free music for the night, they're going to give you the gig. But they'll help you more because they'll help promote the gig to their wedding contacts. So it's a win-win for everybody. And finally, to market yourself, get business cards. Just like those hits from the 50s, business cards are an oldie but a goldie. You should always carry a stack of them in your gig bag and a couple of them in your wallet because you never know who you're going to meet that's looking for your type of act. And while it may seem to be obvious, don't forget to include your act name, your own name, your mobile phone number, your email address, and of course what it is that you do. And by the way, don't be tempted to get those free online cards that come with the printer's name already on them. They look cheap and so will you. Brides and grooms have a lot on the plate, so make it easy for them to choose you. This starts by producing a high quality promo pack. This contains everything a potential booker needs to see or hear to make an informed decision about booking you. It should include professionally shot videos, professionally taken photographs, testimonials from other bookers, a list of FAQs so that you can answer questions before they're even asked, a biography, but keep it short and keep it interesting, and include a song list. Let those who want to book you know what they can expect to hear. It doesn't need to be exhaustive, but it should contain at least 40 songs and ideally include the name of the original artist in the genre. Always follow up. If you get a lead for potential booking, follow it up. Reply to the post, call them back, respond to the message, but do it quickly and do it professionally. And in addition to answering any questions asked, preempt any that might come up. So this is where having a set list of FAQs is really beneficial. And the final thing that makes it easy for brides and grooms is a common act calendar. So you know that phrase so many acts have, oh sorry, I don't have my diary on me. It screams amateurism. We live in the age of technology, so your diary should be online and not on paper. So having a common act calendar, it means that all acts are connected into one. So this gives you real-time accurate availability. So in other words, if somebody calls you asking you, are you available on a certain date, you can instantly give them a yes or a no. Cracking the wedding market long term means you need to build and maintain your reputation. Doing this takes time, but with a little bit of common and business sense, it's easy. So always be professional. This means no more slow responses to inquiries, turning up to gigs at the last minute or even late, or having cheaply shot videos. The wedding industry is a serious business, and if you want to crack it, you need to be seriously professional. And remember then too that not every gig is for you. Sometimes this can be difficult to understand, but it's true. You don't have to take every gig that comes your way. Regardless of how much it pays, if your gut tells you that there could be problems, then turn it down. There's no bigger regret than taking a gig just for the sake of it, only to find that it cost you your reputation and therefore gigs down the line. Be consistent. It's another oldie, but there's truth in you're only as good as your last gig. From the initial inquiry through to leaving the venue having packed your gear away, every aspect of what you do must be done professionally, and it must be done professionally every time. As a professional act, you can't afford to have an off night, because even one amateurish gig can cost you dearly. Remember that it's all about the bridal party. Out from being a serious health and safety issue, if there's even the slightest chance of bad feeling arising out of something you are unhappy with, don't raise it. So even if a venue has a volume limiter, the stage is a tight squeeze, or the groom was requested the crappiest song of all time, suck it up. You're professionals, get on with it. Remember, nothing will kill your reputation more than an annoyed bridal party. And finally, if you want to crack the wedding market, there's one thing you're going to need lots of, and that's patience. Unless you're very, very lucky, building up to 2 or 3 wedding gigs a week not only takes a lot of effort and investment, it also takes a lot of time. So if you're serious with cracking the wedding market, you need to get your head right, because you have a long road ahead of you. But luckily for those who stay the course and do it right, there's serious reward at the end of it. Thank you and good luck.